Hey everyone, I hope you are doing well. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at some last set of Great League battles here in the Go Battle League Season 16. And this team is a team that was featured by a fellow content creator named Zionic. He is a very talented battler, shoutcaster as well for the regional championships. You might have seen him in some of the Worlds regionals some time ago. And he featured a team yesterday that brought back the Triple Legacy Seeking, which you see here on the screen. This is a Pokemon that you can use definitely, and it is actually very surprisingly good right now in the current Great League meta. And pairing it along with Serperior in the lead, as well as Dewgong as the safe switch typically. But sometimes I would actually be running Seeking as the safe switch as well. So that is the team. Serperior, Dewgong, and Triple Legacy Seeking. So keep in mind, Serperior has Aerial Ace and Frenzy Plant, which is also Legacy. Dewgong has two Legacy moves, the fast move of Ice Shard and the charged move of Icy Wind. And then, of course, as I mentioned before, Seeking is the Triple Legacy Mon here with Poison Jab, Icy Wind, and Drill Run, all being Legacy moves. And this team functions as an ABB style team, so you will want to bait out like the hardest counters to your water types in the back with the Dewgong or the Seeking, and then hopefully the Dewgong or the Seeking, whichever one you don't use as a safe swap, will be able to draw out whatever is in the back. So that is basically how this team will work. And as you can see here, there is one or two matchups that this team will really struggle against. So for example, in this battle right here, you can see I was barely able to take out both a Medicham and a Registeel. So Registeel and Medicham both will give this team a lot of trouble, and especially Registeel, because it will be resisting all of the moves except the drill runs from the Dewgong and the Seeking, but Registeel can still hit very hard, and the drill runs are not stab from both of these back two Mons, so it will definitely require some team effort, but it is still very, very difficult to deal with. As you can see here, it's already knocked out my Serperior and most of my Serperior and Dewgong as well, so unfortunately this first game is going to be a loss. But other than that, this loss, I was still able to go 4-1 with this team, so I know that the game is over, so there's no reason for me to shield. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and comment with the rest of the battles here for this team. Hopping into battle number 2, we have Serperior on the lead versus a Frostlass. So this is a negative lead for the Serperior. I am going to safe swap right away into the Seeking just to see if I can draw out any hard counters to the water types that I have in the back. So I will respect the Shadow Ball here from the Frostlass. I do want to try to flip switch as much as I can, and I do successfully shield the Shadow Ball, but they do come in with a Steelix, so this isn't the greatest thing to see here, and I'm going to go straight for the Drill Run here, not going to bait, and it does a pretty sizable chunk even to the Steelix. And the Steelix is going to be able to get off a Breaking Swipe here just before I do get to my next move. And I'm going to go ahead and tank this because I know that the Seeking can still tank one move. I'm going to fire off one Poison Jab here and then throw the Icy Wind for optimal timing here, hoping to grab a shield from this Steelix. Unfortunately, I do not grab the shield. However, I do lower the attack, which is nice here. And unfortunately, I am not able to get into another move for the Seeking, so I'm just going to go ahead and let this move go. It is another Breaking Swipe. Luckily for me, though, I am actually unluckily for me, I am not able to get the move off. Would have been nice if I got that move off from the Seeking, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Serperior once again. I'm going to go for a little bit of a farm, and then going to fire off the Aerial Ace here. I am going to have to tank one or two Breaking Swipes here, so that was one. And right now I am at the back-to-back Aerial Aces, so I am going to fire off this Aerial Ace against the Steelix. This will not KO the Steelix just yet, but it will come very, very close to KOing here. So all I need is just one more Vine Whip, and that is that's going to be taking out the Steelix. Frostlass is going to come back in, and I do bait with the Aerial Ace here. I do have enough energy for the Frenzy Plant, so the Frostlass does decide to shield. So I'm going to now come in with my Dewgong, and I will have to take a Shadow Ball. That is perfectly fine. Dewgong is fairly bulky, so it can still eat a Shadow Ball no problem at all. So there goes the Shadow Ball here from the Dewgong, and let's see what they have in the back. So the Frostlass is actually not swapping out just yet, so that's telling me that there could be something else in the back that doesn't really necessarily want to see the Dewgong. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off an Icy Wind here, hoping to grab a shield. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So now I'm going to be able to fire off another Icy Wind. I could have very easily just went for the Joran here, but just wanted to debuff this Frostlass and see what they want to do here. So they do give up the shield, which is fine. And now they come in with Greedent. So interestingly enough, this isn't necessarily a Pokemon that's weak to Dewgong, but I think the Frostlass could have definitely stayed there a little bit longer, but that's fine. I'm going to try to catch a move back onto the Serperior, which I'm able to do. And this is actually good. So what I need to do here is basically save my shield for the Dewgong. So I'm just using Serperior basically as a damage sponge at this point. I know that I can live this next Body Slam here from the Greedent. I have debuffed its attack 1 stage, so this will not be KOing the Serperior yet. And I'm going to overfarm just a little bit here and then fire off the Frenzy Plant. So this is still not going to KO the Greedent just yet. Greedent is also fairly bulky, but I will want to force the Greedent to throw their energy, and that's fine. At this point, all I need is some energy from for my Dewgong, and that will help to get rid of that Frostlass when it comes back in. So they do come in with a Frostlass, and I will respect this Avalanche. I will respect the I will call the bait here. It's actually the Avalanche, which is great. Now, unfortunately, I do fire off the Joran on the CMP tie, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and shield because at this point, I do know that the Greedent is not really too close to the move here, so I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Joran. This will be enough to KO the Frostlass. I go for an undercharge here, hoping to get at least 1 more Ice Shard's worth of energy, but that's okay. The Greedent just going to be KO'd by 2 more Ice Shards, and that is going to be taking the game. Very well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Serperior up against a Dragonair. So this is not a good lead once again. I'm going to go ahead and save swap into my Seeking and see what the Dragonair wants to do. And they come in with a Jellicent, so this is actually a pretty good response to the Seeking. But the Jellicent is still going to be taking neutral damage here from this Joran. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Joran after about 5 hexes or so. You can see that does a very sizable chunk of damage here. And I will start shielding this Seeking. I do definitely want to flip switch because I want to align my Dewgong onto the Dragonair. And I'm going to go ahead and now farm up a couple more Poison Jabs. I did throw on pretty bad timing there. I allowed a Hex to get through, but now I'm going to go for the Icy Wind. And I do grab a shield from the Jellicent, which is great. And now what I need to do is make it to a draw run and hopefully flip switch. So now at this point, I know I can tank any one move because I've debuffed the Jellicent 1 stage. So this is perfect. And I'm barely able to get to the draw run on like 1 HP. So this is great. I can either flip switch or force the last shield from the Jellicent, both which are advantageous here for me. So I'm able to flip switch against the Jellicent. So this is awesome. And the opponent is going to wait their timer, and they are going to come back in with the Dragonair. And now I can align my Dewgong against the Dragonair, which is perfect. And what does my opponent have in the back? So they're going to go ahead and throw their energy here. Dewgong can easily absorb any of the damage here from this Dragonair. It's just a Body Slam, doesn't do too much. And they come in with a Swampert. So this is very, very easily a win. The opponent can't really do anything here at this stage. I do shield my Serperior just in case they do have Sludge Wave. But that's fine. The game is basically over. There isn't really much that the Swampert and the Dragonair can do against my remaining back 2 Pokemon here. So this is basically a game over for my opponent. Very well played. The Swampert is going to go ahead and fire off another move. Just another Hydro Cannon. And at this point, the game is pretty much over. So I'm going to go ahead and now fire off a Frenzy Plant here against the Dragonair. It'll still do a lot of damage, even for a resisted move, just because Dragonair is pretty frail as well. As you can see, that did quite a lot of damage. So now I'm going to go for an Aerial Ace, but again, game's pretty much over. All I need to do is just make it to one move or Ice Shard down with a Dewgong. Game's pretty much over. And the Dragonair is going to farm and fire off a Body Slam just as I reach the Aerial Ace on the CMP tie. But that's fine. Serperior can easily tank this. Serperior actually does tank this fairly well, unlike a couple HP, and then I'm able to get to the Aerial Ace against the Dragonair. So at this point, this game is over. This Aerial Ace will be enough to take out the Dragonair from this range. Great game, well played to my opponent there. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Serperior on the lead versus an Umbreon. This is a pretty neutral lead, definitely. The whole team can do okay here against Umbreon, but if you want to see an Umbreon, this is basically where you want to see it. I'm going to throw right here in the middle of their Snarl animation, so I'm going to get off a Frenzy Plant, wanting to do as much damage as possible to the Umbreon before it fires off the next move. So that's fine. They are basically going to start firing off their move. Foul Play, Last Resort, that's okay. Won't really do too much here. They actually go for a Last Resort first, and then they go for a Foul Play right here. So the Umbreon is at another move, and I'm just going to go ahead and let this go. It's just a Foul Play. Still does a little nice chunk of damage here. But now they come in with the Serperior, so this is going to get very tricky. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and fire off an Aerial Ace first, and see what my opponent wants to do. And then I do try to fire off at the CMP tie here. Unfortunately, my Serperior does lose CMP tie, just because my Serperior is a high rank one. But that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and hopefully try to force a shield from my opponent's Serperior with another Aerial Ace here. And I do fire off my Aerial Ace, and the Serperior does decide to shield. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to catch the next Aerial Ace onto my Seaking, and that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and catch this move on the Seaking, which is great. It's the Aerial Ace, and I'm going to go ahead and start farming a little bit more here. And they do throw here on 6, so I'm going to just go ahead and let this go. If it's the Frenzy Plant, so be it. That's perfectly fine. So at this point, I am actually going to come back in. I wait out the timer, of course, and I think I come in with the Dewgong here. And I'll actually come in with my Serperior, just force them to throw here, or just take out the opposing Serperior here with an Aerial Ace. So that is fine. The opposing Serperior goes down with Aerial Ace, and they have a Charizard in the back, so that's actually good for me here. I'm going to go ahead and get this Aerial Ace off in time. This will do some nice chip damage here against the Charizard, and now it's going to be all up to Dewgong to finish up the match. So what I need to do here is save my shields for the Charizard, because the moves that are going to hit the hardest are going to be the moves from the Charizard. So I'm going to go ahead and start debuffing this Umbreon here with an Icy Wind. I'm going to no shield anything that the Umbreon throws, just because again, like I said, Charizard's moves will hit the hardest here at this stage of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and no shield everything here and commit to the hard farm down here with my Dewgong. So again, they do reach another move. I'm not going to shield anything from the Umbreon. I'm going to go ahead and save my shields for the Zard when it comes back in. So Last Resort, once again, not going to shield. I'm going to go ahead and throw an Icy Wind here, just to get the last shield from the Zard, and then I have one more Icy Wind here to just about take out the Charizard. So I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Icy Wind right here. This is not going to be enough to KO the Charizard, though. It will be very close here. So this Icy Wind does come through, and it leaves the Charizard with 1 HP, and then I can safely shield this move from the Charizard. And since the Ice Shard did go through, all I need to do is commit the shield, and then the Zard goes down. So that's going to be a good game. Well played to my opponent. Hopping into the next battle here, we have Serperior against a Shadow Granbull. So this is a okay lead. I'm going to go ahead and then the opponent actually save slots into a Wigglytuff. So this is already telling me that this is a triple charm team. And there could be one more Charmer in the back. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to play this out as a Serperior and then see what happens here. So the Serperior will get off the Frenzy Plant, no problem. And I'm just going to go ahead and shield this move here and commit to the farm down against this Wigglytuff. So I'm going to go ahead and shield this Disarming Voice from the Wigglytuff. And I'm going to commit to the hard farm down here against this Wigglytuff. So I do come out with 2 Frenzy Plants, basically 100 energy right here. I'm going to go ahead and fire off the Frenzy Plant here against the Alolan Ninetales that just came in, and it is running Charm, as I expected. So I'm going to go ahead and now fire off another Frenzy Plant here up against this Alolan Ninetales. So this will be doing some very nice damage or getting the shield here. So they do shield. So now I'm going to go ahead and come in with Dewgong. And I'm just going to go ahead and save my Seeking for the Grand Bull in the back. Because I know that most of the Alolan Ninetales with Charm run Weather Ball and Psyshock. Again, both won't really do too much damage here to the Dewgong. But for whatever reason, the Ninetales does fire off a Weather Ball, which is double resisted. Not sure what's going on there. But that's perfectly fine. I'm going to go ahead and now continue to farm down this Alolan Ninetales, and I will have energy to threaten the Granbull when it comes back in. So I do fire off a Icy Wind right away on the Granbull as soon as it comes in. Then basically the game is over. I can just swap into Seeking and then hard farm there and get to the Drill Run to take out the Granbull. So this is going to be a very good game. Well played to my opponent. There isn't really much that this Triple Charm team can do to my team here. So that is basically going to be sealing the deal here. And then this Drill Run is going to take out the Granbull. And that's going to be game. Well played to my opponent. And there we have it. We have Triple Legacy Seeking once again here in the Great League. And I will say that, again, Triple Legacy Seeking core breaks quite a few things that you wouldn't really expect it to core break. So I had a lot of fun running this team. Once again, this team was featured by Psyonix, so go ahead and give him some love. Give his videos a like and subscribe. And also, this is going to be it for the video here. If you like this content, please feel free to give this video a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel out a lot. And if you want to see any more new videos and new content that I put out, please feel free to hit that notification bell so you will stay up to date with whatever videos I come up with next. So that is going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Had a lot of fun this season, and it was definitely another good season that I hit Veteran in, but just wanted to have a little bit of fun. And unfortunately wasn't able to climb up any further than what I was at when I hit Veteran, but that's okay. You gotta have some fun to end the season. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.